Hello my beautiful YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. Hey cousins, if you're new here, I'm the Tarita in Tressings by Tarita, and I make videos all about my journey of starting a candle business. So in today's video, you guys, we are going to be doing some market prep for my first market for the 2026 season. This is going to be a small farmers market. It's I think it's 3 or 4 hours, so not a very long market. So I'm not going to be prepping a whole lot of stuff. I have a decent amount of inventory. I don't expect the farmers market to be like too over the top, so I think what I have candle wise is enough. However, I do need to make a few room/linen sprays to restock, and that's about it. As you can see, I don't have much base, so I'm going to make as many as I can based on my current inventory, and as far as like the top sellers and things that sell a lot of, that will be my focus first. Like I said, I don't have to make too many things, just a few items. So we'll do what we can with this. And I did order some more base I used to get my base from the Flaming Candle, but when they moved to Ohio and I had to find different vendors, I ended up trying out Peach State Fragrance Supply Company here in Georgia. Since they are close to me and I can just go pick this up, I ended up testing this out and I like it. I actually like it better than the Flaming Candles. So moving forward, I have been using this as my room/linen spray base. Peach State's room/linen spray base can also be used as a body spray. This is the one that is alcohol based. I like this one better than the Flaming Candles because when you spray it, the atomizer, they call it atomizer. It is a fine. It comes out as a fine mist and it doesn't leave droplets on the floor. So that's why I like this one better than the Flaming Candles. The Flaming Candles, this seems a little bit heavier, and when you spray it, you can see it fall to the ground. This kind of like evaporates in the air. So I do like their room/linen spray better. I like that you can use it as a body spray as well, depending on the percentage of fragrance that you put into it. Since I've changed to this base, I don't necessarily sell body fragrances and things of that nature. However, I have started to change my labels on my room/linen sprays to include body, because the percentage that I use for my room/linen sprays is not too high. So it can be used as a body spray if you want to use it as that. However, and I have tested it as that. It doesn't hurt to use it as a body spray. Let me correct that. It doesn't hurt to use it as a body spray. My fragrance percentage is within the IFRA regulations for the percentage that I could use for room and linen sprays and also body sprays. So I kind of stay in that sweet spot so that it could be used for all three. However, if you use it as a body spray, I'm not sure how long the scent lasts on you for people to smell. Because my business is not focused on body care products, that's it's like a pro for my body sprays. However, I'm not necessarily promoting it as like the primary use for my sprays, but it can be used as a body spray. I hope I'm making sense. I feel like I'm not, but hope you get what I'm saying. So let me stop talking and let's just get started. I've already cleaned out my fragrance pitcher. Let me go get the fragrance. Since I don't have any more of my lavender scent, which is this candle, my lavender is called Lavamber Bliss, as you can see. I don't have any room sprays in this scent at all, so I'm going to make 2 in this fragrance. And that is this fragrance from the Flaming Candle. Is the Black Amber and Lavender fragrance oil. So I have my little book for all of my recipes here. And so, yeah, we're going to go from there. So let me turn on my scale. I need 6.58 ounces, so 6.6 ounces. One thing I will say about this base in comparison to the Flaming Candles base, when doing my measurements, they are different. So with this alcohol-based base, I noticed when I tried to use the same pouring fluid ounce measurements or gram measurements, it was coming up short. I'm not sure if there's something about alcohol-based things versus oil-based bases that makes the difference. But just know that if you switch to something like this that is more alcohol-based, you will have to recalculate your measurements for your jar. So this is my room/linen spray jar, and it's a 4 ounce. This is a 4 ounce container, but the measurements are definitely different, and it has to do with the base. Something about the base that makes the volume different. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. And the other thing about this allows for a higher percentage fragrance load. I think with this base, you can use up to 12%. And for room or linen sprays, I stay around, I think the Flaming Candles, the max they say to use is 5%, I think. And for this, I think I go between 5 and 6% depending on the fragrance oil. It's not cloudy. This container is just cloudy if it looks cloudy on camera. The tops for these, I got these containers from, is it called Fillmore? Fillmore containers. The tops as well, they come 6 inches, and then you have to cut the bottom to make it the length that you need. And so what I do is I just hold it next to the container and kind of just cut it right where it needs to cut. Hope you saw that. I hope you could see it. I'll do it again. Oh. Can you guys see that? And I just cut it to make it the correct length. And so, yeah, so once I stir that in, now it is time to pour. And like I said, these are 4 ounces. But like I said, something about this base makes the measurement off a little bit. So you have to account for that. And so because of that, even though this is a 4 ounce jar, when you pour it in here, it's measuring at 3.5 ounces for some reason. Even though, I don't know why that is with this base. Even though this is a 4 ounces, if I use the Flaming Candles base, when I do my measurement and put it on the scale, it'll still equal up to 4 ounces. But for some reason with this alcohol-based base, I have to use different measurement. And when you weigh it, it's saying 3.5 ounces. So take with that what you will. So now I have 2 sprays in the lavender scent. I'm just going to sit this right here so that when I make my labels, I can do that. Now I am going to make, I made a list of I know what I need to make. I need to do my Man Cave scent. I love this lavender scent, this lavender amber scent. I love it. So now I need to make Man Cave. This is 99% alcohol. And I'm going to make 2 of those as well. I may be under preparing for this market in my mind. I don't think it's going to be too crazy. So I hope I'm not underestimating it this year. I'm just based on my experience. I've been doing these farmers markets with this particular vendor for going on 2 years now. So I feel like I have a pretty good gauge of the market. So this scent is Mahogany Teakwood from the Flaming Candle. The reason why I ended up switching to these white containers instead of the clear ones, I still have a few clear. These are the clear room / linen spray bottles that I used to use, and I'm transitioning to this. I only have a few more fragrances that need to sell in this bottle. But the reason why I switched to this white opaque bottle, as you can see, this one has a seal label on it. The reason why I switched my bottles, I like the shorter bottle. They're both 4 ounces. That one is just tall and skinnier, the clear one. But certain fragrance oils, depending on how much vanilla they have in the scent, they start to discolor and like change to a dark brown color. And so I had stopped selling certain fragrances like this lavender one. I had stopped selling that in the clear bottle because I didn't like the way that it looked in the clear bottle when it started to, it was already darker even when I first made it, but the longer it sits in the bottle, it starts to darken even more. And I don't want to not sell scents that have vanilla in it. And it may not be a big deal. Some clients may not even, customers probably don't even care that the color is darker. So for example, this scent, my label is messed up on here. But this scent is yellow, more yellow than, for example, it's more yellow than this scent. I don't know if you can see it. This is more yellow than this scent. This one has no vanilla in it. So like scents like this, I like it in the clear bottle. But and this one doesn't turn more yellow than what it is right now, typically. But like anything, like my cashmere vanilla or this lavender or any scent that has vanilla in it, it turns into it, or like cocoa butter cashmere, it changes and turns into a dark brown color. So I was like, I don't want to not sell those scents at all. So I found a solution to use an opaque bottle. And so that's just, this is an example. That's just an example of how I could keep certain scents, but just change the bottle. I'm going to show you what I have on the shelves already at the end of this video, so you can kind of see that I already have a decent amount of inventory for all my other products. So I know this is not a, market prep where I'm doing a whole lot of stuff, but these are all the products. But tomorrow I work from home, so I need to go to the bank to get some cash to put in my cash bag to prepare for it. And I typically get about $75 cash out in different bills. So I'll take you guys along with me tomorrow when I stop by the bank ATM to do that. I do need to make a couple more scents, but I'm running low on my base. So I want to do black raspberry vanilla and then also patchouli. You think this is enough for 2 more? I want to make 2 of those two, like I did 2 of that and 2 of that. I want to do 2 of black raspberry vanilla and 2 of patchouli amber, but I don't know if I have enough base to do 2 of each. So for now, I'm going to do 1 of each just so that I can have at least 1 of each of those scents in case this base doesn't come in time. I did order it yesterday. They are in Georgia where I am, so I'm hoping that I can get it before Saturday so that I can make a few more fragrances in this. But for now, I'm just gonna do 1 of each just so that I have it. The reason why I got the 2-ounce bottle because this is kind of long. My old bottles are kind of long. Let me show you a comparison. I just feel like this one is more like compact, and you can, it's right at the travel guideline, 4 ounce for flying. Well, both of them are, but I don't know what you guys think. Which bottles do y'all like more? The white ones or the clear ones that I used to use? I don't know if you can see it well. I feel like with my branding, like everything is kind of like white. It's colorful, but it's white with a black lid. So like, even for like my carpet freshness, everything is white with a black lid. I was trying to, you know, be cohesive. Even though this is clear, it's not like solid white. Am I on brand? Y'all tell me if it's on brand. Do you guys think it's on brand? Or even like, let me see. Like my candle is white. Everything is, I know this is a clear jar, not a white jar, but now I'm starting to second guess if I should be using clear jars instead of the white jars. Y'all tell me if it's cohesive, even with the white jars not being clear. Which one is more cohesive to you? Let me show you. So this is like the candle. This is the old jar, and here's the new one. It don't have a label on it yet, but just, I feel like it's still cohesive even though this is a white jar. I don't know. Having a small business is sometimes I get decision fatigue because I have to make the decisions for everything. And, you know, when I did it, I felt like it was a good move. And y'all just tell me if you think everything is still cohesive with using this white bottle instead of a clear bottle. So this is, like I said, I still have some clear bottles. This is my laundry day. I know the labeling makes things cohesive. And as you guys know, I marble my candles. And this is the new bottle. Just imagine this if it had the same label. Would that be cohesive with the candles? Y'all let me know. So tomorrow, you guys, I am going to finish. These are going to be 2 separate videos. But tomorrow I'm going to start doing the burn test on that candle, those 2 different candle waxes that I made candles for last week. By the time you guys see this market prep video, it'll be, I don't know if I should post this video first or do the one with the 2 different waxes that I'm testing out first. Since I already started editing that candle wax video review, I'll probably put that video out first. But I want to show you guys what the candles look like. Tomorrow will be 7 days that they've been curing. And so far, I'm shocked as far as, I'll tell you guys which one has a better cold throw in my opinion. Like I said, since I don't have much base left, I'm just making 1 of this candle. Of this room spray. For some people, for some reason, people, to me, patchouli smells like more of a winter scent. However, I've noticed that people like to buy this scent year round. So that's why I offer it year round. I'm not a patchouli girl. Patchouli is one of those scents that are You either love it or you hate it. It reminds me of like, even though I'm an 80s baby, it reminds me of like the 70s era when people like, I don't know, it's something about the 70s era. That's what one of my customers told me. It reminded them of growing up or being a young adult in the 70s. It's just not a scent that I like. I get most of, well, prior to the Flaming Candle moving to Ohio, I used the Flaming Candle a lot for all of my fragrance oils because they were driving distance to me. So that's why the bulk of my fragrances come from the Flaming Candle. So I'm not sure. They have gotten better since they went through a rough patch. I'm not gonna lie. When the Flaming Candle moved to Ohio, the shipping time was slow. But now it's starting to get back to normal. I ordered some stuff from them and it came pretty fast within a week. Like between 3 to 5 days it comes. So I think maybe they're back to normal now. But during the holidays, it was rough dealing with them. I got a little bit left, but I don't think that's enough to make another spray. Perfect. I've been relaxing, y'all, to be honest, and not, it's been slow, you know, after Christmas and stuff. It's been slow, so I've been kind of relaxing and enjoying this break before market season really picks up. So maybe that's why I'm just moving slow, y'all. I'm just moving slow. So now I am going to create the labels for those room or linen sprays. I am in Cricut Design Space. I have all of my labels saved on my hard drive. Oh, I have a black raspberry vanilla already made. So I just want to make sure the bottle doesn't have any oil on it. So I'm going to spray it to make sure it's clean before I apply the label. Okay. So since I already have this one, that is perfect.
Now kind of just eyeball it.
Let me show you a candle. Now I can see if it's cohesive. Do you guys think that's cohesive? Like one of my carpet fresheners. Is that cohesive? As you see, I create all of my own labels. I use a vinyl sticker paper and my Cricut to do that. If you guys want a tutorial on creating your own labels, let me know in the comments. Oh, and this is the sticker paper that I use to create my labels. It's vinyl sticker paper, glossy. It's made by a company called Betke. And they have worked well for me. I use a laser printer. It is a Canon Image Class 656DW. I like a laser jet over inkjet because the labels don't smear. They don't need time to dry. So these are the labels. Well, the first page. why I like using vinyl sticker paper instead of, I used to use labels from online labels, but they were like paper. So if you make a mistake putting it on the jar, it's hard to come off. And make sure I got the right scent. Yep. I always like to double check because, you know, accidents happen. I have mislabeled something different, moving too fast. So that, you guys, that is about it. How I make my room or linen sprays. Hey cousins, so today is Friday and tomorrow I have my first market. So what I'm doing now is just getting ready to pack up my bins to prepare for this market tomorrow so that I can load everything up. I've already loaded the mostly everything in my car already except my tent and the product. I won't load the products in the car until in the morning, but I will pack it all up and place it downstairs by the garage door until I leave out tomorrow morning. So that is what I will do right now. I have my heat gun here in case there's some inventory that I need to fix the tops. The last time I had a market was last year. And so so a lot of these candles are from then. I didn't have to make any candles for this market. I had a decent amount that I think will get me through this small farmers market. So yeah, these are just some regular beans that I bought. I want to say these are probably a year and a half old. Look at all this dust in them. Room linen spray base came in yesterday. So if I decide to make some more of those, I can. I probably won't. I probably just want to fill out this first farmers market and see how it goes. So here is all of my inventory. And so I like to pack up the small candles first, just because I sell more of those at a market than I do smells so good. So I'm just checking each one to make sure the top is fairly smooth. So these candles are, I wouldn't say old, but they're not like, I didn't make them 2 weeks ago. These are from last year, but candles don't expire. So they are fine. I try to pack about 3 of each fragrance, if I have it. But like I said, I'm just going to use what I have for right now and see how it goes. I don't think I've made more than $300, maybe $300 at a farmer's market. So I think I'll be okay. This Paradise Island, oh my God, it smells so good. Peach petals. This is very springish. I'm gonna fix the top of this real quick. I know some people go to markets and they have their candles already boxed like this. But that just takes up more space for me. So I don't box my candles up. I box them up when they sell. Oh, this one needs to be fixed. That one looks like the sun really melted it on the sides and it rose up. Now just place it in the box, just like that. The market tomorrow is from 10 to 1. So just 3 hours, a 3-hour market. Last year it was from 9 to 12, but we noticed that people don't really start coming out till around 11. So they wanted to allow more time for people to get sales because like the first hour and a half is kind of slow. But I get it. It's the weekend. People are trying to sleep in and not trying to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning to go to a market. Well, I know I'm not. I typically, when I go to the farmer's market, I have about 3 cases of my small candles. Each box holds 12, I believe. So like 3 dozen of candles I take with me to my small market. This patchouli. I think this one needs to be fixed. So I'm going to do all of my room and linen sprays in here. I'm going to bring 3 of each scent. Yes, 3 of each scent.